Hello YouTubers and subscribers. Today I've decided to do a fish room update video. I've had a lot of requests recently to do something like that. I do a lot of videos, you know, they're kind of documentary style. You know, I'm trying to learn to do things and learn the editing software and everything else that goes with shooting a good quality video. But again, you know, there's been a lot of requests from people wanting to see my fish tanks and basically what I do and what I'm keeping. So based on the videos that I shoot, I think you're all aware of all the fish that I do keep. As you can see here, this is in my living room. This is a 120-gallon freshwater tank. Actually, all my tanks are freshwater. I currently have 14 fish tanks. I think I told someone the other day I had 18. Sorry, but I was lying to you. As you can see in this aquarium, these are many fish. It's super loaded. Most of these fish now I've had almost 5 years. Well, the majority of them, you know, the primary fish in the aquarium, you know, like my large Texas, my Nicaraguense, the large silver dollars, the big barbs, those guys are pretty much all the mainstay. I've added a lot of Africans in and out of the aquarium over the years. I used to do a lot of breeding, so this tank basically housed a lot of my additional breeding males. So whenever I needed a new male, I'd scoop one out, put them into my breeding tanks, and go from there. So I'll move on to my fish room. As you can see in here, I have a number of aquariums, all ranging from little 5-gallon holding tanks, basically up to a 135-gallon African cichlid display. As you can see, I'm keeping a little bit of everything. I have a rainbow wolffish. It's one of my favorite guys. He's in a 20-gallon aquarium, and many of you out there would say that's not large enough of an aquarium to keep him in. But he's not an extremely active fish. He loves to lounge around and sit around. He's not tolerant of anybody else. He does live in there with a little marbled convict. Everybody else he does eat. But again, I guess the reason why he hasn't eaten him is I guess he just doesn't want to be 100% lonely. You notice that the water level is quite low. These guys are crazy at getting out of the aquarium. I lost another one. I think he had jumped 3 times before I finally couldn't save him for a last time. This guy I found on the floor also. So again, as you can see here, I've taken the water level down. Keeps him from jumping out. I would like to upgrade him to a larger tank eventually, but right now I'm kind of going through a transitional period. Like I was saying, I was breeding a lot of African cichlids. I was selling a lot of fry. Most of the tanks that you see in this room were for grow out purposes. So as I move and sell the fry out, it's going to free up a lot of tank space for me. So I have a lot of ideas, a lot of new fish that I want to keep, and basically go from there. So as you can see, a number of different varieties of fish that I breed or was breeding. Enjoyable part of the hobby. I think most of us cichlid keepers have gone through a phase like that. Me being in Canada, you know, we're sometimes limited to the resources up here and the sheer numbers of people to sell and distribute cichlids to. If I was in a larger market, I'd probably continue doing it, but as things go on, back to work, back to being very busy, very hard for me to maintain breed cichlids while I'm working full time. So as you can see, this was my main breeder tank, but has turned into a display tank. I did an update video of this tank maybe a couple months ago. Now you can see all the nice algae growth that's occurred on the rocks. The Mambuna in here are extremely happy and doing very well. Below that tank, as you can see, just a couple 5-gallon tanks to raise a bunch of fry in. Usually the newly stripped fry would start off there, and then I'd move them to say a 20-gallon tank up to a 35, and then those holding tanks that you just seen, those were 55 gallons. As you can see here, another one of my cichlid fry raising tanks, 35-gallon. I'm super excited to eventually get rid of all these fish, and then I can move on to something bigger and better. I'll probably do maybe a planted aquarium with this tank. We'll have to wait and see. That's the one beautiful thing about the hobby, is that there's just thousands and thousands of fish to choose from. This right here again was another 35-gallon tank. Kind of housed some of my additional breeding stock. See right there, it's my belly crawler pike cichlid. Love these guys. I love some real nice rare varieties of pike cichlids, but again, you do need tank space, and right now I'm limited with them all stocked up. This is just a little 15-gallon quarantine tank. As you can see, not a lot going on in there. I actually do have some licorice gouramis in it, and I'm super excited to grow them out and put them into my planted tank downstairs. So follow me. I guess it's a little bit like an episode of MTV Cribs. I'm just not going to show you my kitchen and everything else. But follow me downstairs. I do have a few more aquariums down here. We'll go into my laundry room. And you'll see right here I have another two 75-gallon setups. One right down here housing a bunch of African cichlids. Again, a lot of these are just remainders from some of the breeding colonies that I had. Other tank right here is a planted aquarium. It's a new tank. It's in the process of going through its beautiful algae stages. Lots of beard algae. I need some nice Siamese algae eaters in there to clean it right up. But as you can see, lots of plants. I need to do a lot of aquascaping. I do have 4 high output T5 bulbs on this tank though, so basically when it comes to growing plants it won't be any issue. I just need to control some of the algae. But as this tank grows and progresses, I'll definitely stock it up further. You'll notice that there's a number of fish in there. Pentazona barbs, cherry barbs, red empire gobies, rummy nose tetra, and harlequin rasboras. But the beautiful thing is keeping a tank like this, you can keep a number of very small species in it. And like I said, I'm very excited to do so. So this will be a tank that, you know, I will definitely provide you with an update video in the near future, and I'll keep you guys posted on its progress. So I guess maybe I'll save my best for last, or worst for last. As you guys are all aware of, I do have a very large male dovi. I am working right now on an update video, and he is sitting right now behind his log. I'm going to see if I can scare him out for you. He is ferocious. He was always very aggressive. I know some of you guys have had some, and again, we all know that they're a super aggressive fish. Here he comes. This guy was always nasty, but when he bred for the first time, it was very hard to control him after that. You'll notice in my update video, you know, he has some marks out of the side of him. He tends to let the female take shots at him. I think it kind of makes him laugh. But overall, super nasty fish. Beautiful fish. I've had him now just over 5 years. I'd love to upgrade his aquarium, which I will be doing. This will be the last time you see him in this tank. It's 135 gallon. He's probably pushing 17 inches, so, you know, from front to back, you know, width-wise, he's almost touching the front glass to the back glass. So like I said, this will be the last time you see him in this aquarium. I'm looking to upgrade him to about a 220-ish, so hopefully that way I can keep him long term. I did offer to give him away to a couple people that I knew had very large aquariums, but because they were housing a number of other fish, they didn't want to lose them. Obviously, by putting this guy in the aquarium, this could cause a lot of havoc and problems. You definitely go through growing pains with these guys. You know, there's times that you want to, you know, give them away for nothing, and then there's other times where, you know, you wouldn't give them away if you were offered the world. Like I said, this guy has kind of grown on me. He deserves a nice big aquarium. He's kind of, like I said, he's outgrown this one. Looking forward to upgrade him. So, as you can see, it's kind of a basic update of all my aquariums. Now you know what I'm shooting them from. You know what I'm kind of keeping. Lots of cichlid fry. Once I move them out, I'll be turning all those holding tanks into specific species tanks. Can't wait to document them, you know, and I hope to keep you guys all posted and updated. Look forward to my next video, and I look forward to all your comments. Thank you.